Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day taking a look here at Gala. This is awesome. We got a nice cup and handle pattern breakout as expected. It's coming back down to retest this most recent high in which it broke through. Very common characteristic there. In fact, we even had a liquidity sweep here as well. So this is pretty much performing exactly as you would want to think that it would based on what we've identified already with this cup and handle pattern and just kind of looking very, very good here. So again, congrats to a lot of my members that were able to take this trade. We were trying to get in at 14 even. Unfortunately, came all the way down as like 1407. And unfortunately, we missed our entry there, but that's okay. We'll get some other ones. In fact, quickly to celebrate the positive here as well, because obviously it's easy to miss some opportunities. We got Bitcoin here, 45%. Another SUI trade at 45%, and then a previous Bitcoin. This is a 10x long here at 31%. Along with Algorand, this is just yesterday, and a matter of fact, the day before that, we're looking at Solana, KNC, and OGN for 205%. So fantastic benefit there for all of my members. Really appreciate the wonderful feedback I've been receiving. Thanks again so much for the kind feedback, and I'm just really happy to be here with you. So again, you want to be part of something bigger, cryptocash.tech is a site, link down below, and I'll be happy to help you out. I have private trading videos as well as, of course, those signals that I send out to my community members. So link down below for that if you're interested. With Gala, what I want to kind of talk about here, though, is the daily. Just kind of note we do have currently, again, daily candlestick hasn't closed yet. We're looking at a doji candle here, and a lot of times when you leg up like this and you doji candle after, the price can turn itself around. Again, a little premature for that, but just letting you know, doji candles of that size usually lead to a reversal. But we are up over 50 in the RSI, which is fantastic. When we take a look at the moving averages here, while it's not amazing that we're below the 50-day SMA, we're still maintaining above the 20, and that's going to be a positive sign to create an upward trend. And again, oftentimes this 20-day SMA will align itself with an ascending type of trend, and that is essentially your friend, right? So in this case here, Gala's looking very strong, very good. The macro is looking positive, and there's no reason to expect the price just to drop instantly. And also keep in mind too, with Bitcoin dominance being higher and the price of Bitcoin coming up, a lot of vaults are bleeding out a little bit. I know they surged yesterday, but they're starting to retrace a little bit. So keep in mind that's definitely a thing right now. That's absolutely happening, and could affect Gala as well. But Gala is actually doing pretty well considering the overall sense of things. So when you see Bitcoin dominance increasing, the price of Bitcoin going up, and other alts going down, and this altcoin, for example, staying the same and stable, it's a very, very positive sign. It shows we're above a key level of support, and that there's a strong likelihood we're going to be able to maintain the price action where it's at. So taking a look at the 4-hour here, we're below 50, below 70, above 50 in the RSI. That's a good place to be. We can also see that MACD is starting to diverge, which makes sense. We're going to start seeing that shift in momentum a little bit, and we're testing the 200-day SMA right now. So the 200-day SMA is a big, big deal in a lot of cases. So tentatively rejecting off of it, but also kind of trying to break through. So still a little early to take a trade, in my opinion, but you do want to kind of get some skin in the game somewhere in the 1500 range. Sorry, I apologize. More so 1.5 range. It's 1.5 cents. It might be an appropriate entry as long as you use a small position size, small leverage. Okay. Again, we can expect this price to pull back in the relative near future, because according to Elliott Wave, we are getting closer to our last uptrend here. Once again, this is tentative. This is a dotted line implying that we haven't fully filled that yet. So the truth is here, until we establish a lower low here and a lower high, we're not going to be in a position where the price action is going to continue higher. Okay, so again, we want to kind of hesitate and wait on taking a trade right now, but generally speaking, this does imply that we're getting closer to the end of its initial run, and we might see somewhat of a leg down. It shouldn't be substantial, but it will be a correction nonetheless. Those things do have to happen. But the cool thing is the liquidity, everything has been swept here so far, and there's not much fair value gap minus this one down here we've already identified previously. So in truth, we could get a little bit of a gap down here, but I think for the most part, unless the price of Bitcoin continues to drop pretty fast and pretty hard, we're not going to see a price point in the 13 to 14 cent range. Sorry, I keep misspeaking. 1.3 to 1.4 cent range. And that's essentially what we're looking at there, okay? So mostly positive here. We're above a key level resistance. Let's take a quick look at the volume, kind of see how much volume we have at this range. Not a heck of a lot. In fact, we got somewhat of a resistance shelf with the previous volume up at the 1.6 range. So at this point here, 1.4, 1.5, we're going to need to accumulate volume at this level before we can see a sizable leg up. Again, a lot of this does depend on some fundamentals too. There can be some fundamental catalysts, but from a technical standpoint, we do need to see more volume at this price point because we don't have enough yet to warrant the next leg up. That's why a pullback makes sense when you have these type of Elliott waves occurring where you see 3 higher highs and 2 higher lows, followed by 2 lower lows and 1 lower high. Okay? That's what we're expecting next. So ideally, we hit our lower low already, or hit a lower high, hit that little reset button, consolidate at support. And so the last thing we wanted to look at would be the 1 hour, kind of see what's going on here. With the hourly, this is where things get interesting. If we take a look at Ichimoku Cloud, we are accumulating at this support level, which is good. Okay, that's all well and good, that's normal. But the conversion line is below the baseline now, and the lagging span is intersecting with the price action. So it really just implies if you have a long position open, you should have taken some profits by now. And what we do as a strategy here, again, I got this question in my Discord of, well, what was it? It was a matter of like, what's the best strategy for taking profit? How do you secure profit? Some people take 100% at the first target. Some people don't. I personally take 65 to 80% in my first target and let the rest ride, because we do usually have more than one entry target and more than one target for profit. So with us having a 5 profit take profit strategy right now with 5 targets, the first target you take majority of profit. Then once you hit those last ones, even though they're quite substantial and they're larger gains, you're going to have a diminished return, of course, because you have less invested. But you have the security and sense of knowing that if the price pulls back, like this, for example, you're still in the clear and you're still in the green. That's how you stay profitable, honestly, is to be able to take more than 50% profit in your first target. We also adjust our stop loss to break even once we've hit that target. That way, if the price comes back down to 0, you still have that 15 to 30% extra profit. Okay? Still very good, still very much the way to go. So again, those are kind of just little strategies to think about. All right, but in summary here, this coin is looking very bullish. There's no reason for it to drop significantly hard unless we see Bitcoin pull back really fast. Because this is something I like to bring to your attention too. I get the question a lot like, hey, how's the whole Bitcoin dominance stuff work? Well, in truth, right now, Bitcoin dominance is up and Bitcoin price is up. So we are seeing a lot of alts coming down right now. Again, they surged initially when Bitcoin came up, but once the dominance comes up for Bitcoin, obviously there's altcoins being profits and then they're taking their profits in the altcoins, right? That's how Bitcoin price continues to go up. But if we do start seeing Bitcoin coming down and Bitcoin dominance remains the same, that would be a problem. We're going to start seeing some altcoins start dumping. So keep in mind, if that were to happen, Gala is no exception. While it's proving to be very, very good right now, contrary to Bitcoin, it'll still align itself with Bitcoin inevitably. That's just the nature of altcoins. And when that happens, we'll see the price action pull back potentially. So just know we're not like totally bullish, but we're mostly there. We still got some room to grow, but generally speaking here, being above this key level resistance here tentatively is a good sign. Just know today's a doji candle and we have a lot of other factors coming into play. So unless we can consolidate at this level or higher for a little bit longer, I don't feel secure and comfortable in taking a large long position, if that makes sense. Right? Keep your position size low, keep your leverage low, let it ride, all good, but try not to go too hard. See a lot of folks out there sharing their success, 50, 100, 200x. They're getting lucky, folks. I tell you what, for the most part, you can be strategic, you can be good, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of really good traders that can do that. But the average person statistically is going to lose based on liquidation and the way that's set up, because the house always wins. That's how these leveraged exchanges work. Okay? So recognize that. The more leverage you use, the more risk. And if you use lower leverage, you're lowering your risk. And that's a good thing in crypto. Believe it or not, low risk is the best way to go. All right, well, anyways, who am I to talk? I've only survived the market for 20 years. Again, I came from traditional markets and I've been in crypto for a while, but generally speaking, it's the best way for me to survive, and I like to pass it on. I hope you learned something here today. Thanks again so much for watching. If you want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below. I'll go ahead and send out a playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Just note these are always available here, where you can go ahead and kind of see what's going on with the coins. These are usually coins that are requested in my community too. So I get the question, hey, how do you determine what coins to review? Well, most of it's based on you and what you want to hear. Okay, so let me know. Jump on over to our Discord, our request section here, and feel free to post a request. Be happy to help you out. I look forward to working with you either way. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one. Take care.